Welcome back, everyone, to the JR Wisdom channel, and welcome back once again to another live stream this evening. I know it's rather late, but for those of you who may be watching it, you'll be watching it. For those who won't, that's cool too. But however it goes, thanks again for tuning in, new and old subscribers. And if it's your first time tuning in, make sure you guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button along with the bell that way you receive all the notifications. Hello, everyone. I meant to talk about this. I meant to talk about this last night, but I failed to come on. It was late and all that good stuff, so I'm sorry about that. But we're going to discuss it tonight. Simply Deep, what's happening? And the mustache guy, whatever his name was, Moby, what's happening? So this comes upon this whole Kodak Black situation, along with a few other things and the whole Jesse Williams concept. But basically, what's really in the mainstream now is Kodak Black and how women seem to be up in arms based upon his preference, and that's being an issue. The fact that he says that he prefers red bones or light-skinned women or light-complected women. And the same usual issue comes up about what is wrong with him. Your mama black, you know what I'm saying? How dare you? You're black yourself. How dare you? Blah, blah, blah. And really taking offense to it, you know what I'm saying? And regardless of the fact, it was so many people caping for him, the same way they jump on other people. But they're caping for him, free Kodak this. But just like Jesse Williams, which is in the same basic predicament, obviously. Soon as he makes a statement or shows who his preference is, you don't love him no more. Which I find is, quite ironic. It all boils down as if you're actually going to be with this person. Oh yeah, Char Willie, what's up, by the way? As if you're really going to, are you planning on being with this person? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. But let's just get to the point of when it comes to your personal preference. What's happening, Margot? When it comes to your personal preference, do you want anyone telling you, regardless of what your forefathers or your parents or your relatives, your friends, regardless of who they date or what their preference is, do you want them telling you what your preference should be, whether that be someone of the opposite sex or what you should be eating or what color or whatever? You know what I mean? Do you want someone actually telling you, or who you should be with? So when we get into which both of these guys obviously fall within the black community, even though Jesse Williams is a biracial man. We talk about Kodak Black, right? Kodak Black is a teenager. Not to say that a teenager doesn't have a right to be able to choose who they want, but this guy, he's a young guy. He's a dark skinned man. Because he's not a kid anymore. He's a dark skinned man, and normally how it goes based upon me growing up and seeing things. I mean, you tend to have, whether vice versa, male or female, you tend to have a dark skinned person prefers lighter, and vice versa, whether it be man or woman. That's just how it goes based on my experience. But you have this guy who many don't find him attractive at all. Many people call him a gremlin, just like Lil Wayne. But he's a man at the end of the day. But this is women saying this. But I guess because he's paid, he should tell them to pay him to do what they want him to do. How about that? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But this is a man who basically said, I prefer, and I know I'm repeating this over and over, but he's saying this stuff. I prefer a red bone. I prefer a light skinned woman. He said I like black women It's not like he said, I hate black women. I like black women, but my preference is light-skinned women or red bones. He pointed at himself, at his own skin. He said, I don't want women that look like this. I don't prefer women that look like this. I prefer light-skinned women. And then they proceeded to slander his ass about it, obviously in his comments, and it even got to the point now, obviously, where he took down his Instagram. I don't know if it's back up since then. I haven't checked, but I guess they were going in, based upon that, But I doubt if a woman did the same thing that she would, because there's many women who choose, men of other races, many black women who choose men of other races or date them. You got Serena Williams posing as of today, in her pregnancy photos, and obviously she's dating a white man, but nobody's really up in arms or saying anything about it. It's perfectly fine for Serena Williams, Halle Berry, what's her name? Sanaa Lathan, a few others dating white men. It's not really a big deal. But just because this guy makes a statement, all of a sudden, first you need to ask yourself, do you want to date this guy? Do you want to date Kodak Black? And second of all, would he choose you? Third of all, what business is it of yours? You know what I'm saying? What business is it of yours who this man is? He just, maybe somebody asked him a question and he just happened to say this, but what business is it of yours? These women have lots of preferences behind a keyboard. Exactly. The thing is, and I hear this argument a lot, that well, it's fine, he just shouldn't have said this about black women in a public forum. He's a celebrity. They asked him a question, he answered it, and he said what was on his mind. And he's being vilified and attacked about it. I mean, what is it that what did you want him to say? Did you want him to just lie about who it is that he prefers? You know what I mean? So what's happening to Trill? So it kind of comes down to the same thing with Jesse Williams. Jesse Williams, everyone was caping for all the black women were caping for him. He's a biracial guy. He's married to a black woman, but all of a sudden, he can't have issues in his marriage. If he has issues in his marriage, and him and his wife decide to separate, and he decides to move on, he's automatically supposed to move on with a black woman based upon, what he said. This whole speech he gave at the BET Awards, whatever it was on BET that he did, he was supposed to date a certain type of woman just because he spoke, about, black women being magical and things of that nature. So the thing is, at the end of the day, and I guess this conversation comes up a lot, can you be pro-black if you date someone that's something completely different? If you're dating someone that's not black, can you still be for the black community or pro-black and stuff like that? But once it was discovered that Jesse Williams is whatever, dating a white woman, there's a issue. Now he turned his back on his black queen, his wife. He should have worked it out or whatever. This white woman probably took her away from him. You know what I'm saying? But let's say if we flip this once again, and here goes the hypocrisy in this. If the woman just decided she didn't want to be with him anymore for whatever reason, and she decided to move on, she was a celebrity, she moved on, she would be cheered, he would be vilified, saying he's no good, so on and so forth. He said it's the right time to do that hangout. I hear you, man. I feel you. Just yeah, I'll get back to the email so we can knock out that hangout, man. Sometime this week we'll get it on there. But Jesse Williams, he went from up here to now he's down here. And it goes like this in the community, as a celebrity, Hollywood, in the streets. You're only as good as your last transaction. As much praise as this guy put out here, and he was like the beloved for the community, he's, you know, a piece of shit now because he's leaving his black queen for, you know, a white woman, you know, because obviously it has to be that she's no longer good for him for whatever reason, and he had to have done something wrong, or he had to have left his wife for this white woman, not knowing that it might have been, they've been together for 15 years. They might have been going, you know, having issues for a long time. And they probably just were pretending to be married, and he's probably been dating all along. It's just now coming out. You know what I'm saying? During slavery, a lot of slave masters slept, raped, screwed black women, and they still maintain white inferiority disguised as white supremacy. Some more shit popped off and is dealing with this subject. Oh, it is? Okay. You know, if I was on the I'm doing it through the app. If I was on Hangout, I would have sent you the link to jump in on the Hangout, but I'm not doing a Hangout now. That way we can go ahead and get into that. Black celebrities should now be like Prince used to do and have no interviews. Yeah, I mean, this guy now, you really don't have to do interviews with this social media thing. You just get on, like how I'm doing right now. You just go live and tell your business. Exactly. The public has no idea what goes on in a relationship, but it's speculation as usual that because by virtue of him being a man, he had to be the one to do something wrong. And he's leaving his black queen for this white woman. This dude's probably been dealing with all types of women, you know. But like I said, he's been with her 15 years, so doesn't that mean anything to anyone? You know what I'm saying? He's been with her, I think he's been married to her 5 years, something like that. But he's been with her 15 years, and, you know, that should speak for something. These insecure sisters need to get over themselves. I prefer black men who are caramel and lighter. Black women have preferences too. Sheesh. Yeah, it's I can't get upset, like, you know, I've been rejected so many times by different women, and they can just say you're not my type, or have dated. I mean, have tried to date women who are lighter skin, and they just say obviously off top, I'm not interested in you because they don't want to date a light skinned man. I have to deal with their rejection of that. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? It's just with men. And what needs to be realized is, and I was explaining this to someone earlier, men get rejected so often, right? Men are constantly being rejected. Some men are constantly approaching women. And not to say that I don't want to directly correlate this with that, you know what I'm saying? But men are constantly being rejected by women. You know, so it becomes part of us to have rejection. But women don't receive rejection too often when it comes to men because they aren't really approaching men at the rate, you know, that men are approaching women. So it's even from somebody that they consider to be as ugly as I'm about to say Falcon Black, Kodak Black, you know. Why are you taking offense? If you're not attracted to this man, why are you taking offense to what this man has to say anyway? Just virtue of him being black and say that he wants a light-skinned woman. You know what I mean? So that rejection in itself, any kind of rejection, it's like it's so difficult, you know. And even with some women, with rejection, it leads to murder. You know, they end up killing folks, you know, just by getting rejected. So, you know, it's something like that. The guy should hand one of those ladies a bill of that wife and tell them to deal with that. We do have preferences. I like short men because I think they try harder in relationships, and I'm short. She likes a short man, huh? She said I'm too light. Sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, short men. They say, I was just telling this lady earlier, because she says she has a history of dating unattractive men. She said she's never dated an attractive man, right? So I said, yeah, I bet your mom's probably tells you need to stick with these unattractive men because they do try harder, they're going to simp harder, and they're going to spend a lot more money most of the time. You know what I mean? Because that's just the way it goes. And based off the stuff that I've heard, these guys be tricking hard, just to be with a woman, trying to spend all kinds of money just to be with a woman. Kodak is ugly. Dude look like a bear. Kodak is a minstrel show. Lady Love, what's up? Tyrese and all that good stuff. But I wanted to read y'all something because before he even said this, it was a few days ago. I was on Facebook and this girl, she's a biracial girl or woman, and she put this, which I wasn't really tripping off about it. Even if she was dark skinned, I wouldn't care if she said this. But she's a biracial woman. She says, "I don't do dark skin. I'm just gonna throw that out there that a few of y'all are barking up the wrong treat. This snack discriminates." She's talking about herself. Disclaimer: I'm not saying I never dipped and dabbled. I just developed a preference over time. Don't come for me. Let's see what you're saying. So this dude, so I'm reading the comments on all the stuff. I thought it was funny that she wrote this. This guy, I guess he looked like he's about in his 40s, mid 40s or something. Some washed up player. He goes, he comments a few times. He said, "I'm not in your inbox though." She says, "Find the part where I said you were and your comment will be relevant to this conversation." Right? So he responded and said, "I noticed the post and thought it was from a kid. Then I saw it was you. The fact that a person will go based on a complexion lets me know that mind is simple. To deny love and happiness because that person is too dark is crazy. That's like saying I give you a Bentley and you tell me never mind because it's dark. But to each their own. Time is the best teacher." Let me read this comment. So, from this comment, I say that, whether it was vice versa, it was dark skin, whatever. He comments, he appears to be a brown skinned dude, brown skinned dude. So he seems to be, trying to pose the argument that she's missing out on love because of her preference. She might be missing out on happiness and true love based upon her preference. She should date dark-skinned men or outside of what her preference is because she may find true love. So I respond, not to him, but I just comment on it and I said, why do people get so upset over someone's preference? I like my fries. Excuse me. I said, I may like fries and you may like onion rings. What's the problem? Right? How is it affecting you at the end of the day? So she says it's a dark skin versus light skin debate. LOL. My daddy brown and my mama white. Without jungle fever, where would I be? Right? So he reads my comment. And in normal fashion, people get upset more when I say shit. So he says, nobody upset, idiot. Then follows that up, get some business. So I'm like, obviously I'm not going to respond to this, but it's It's like what you're trying to convince her why she should date a dark skinned man because she might be missing out on something. You know what I'm saying? Why try to alter the way somebody feels about somebody or the way somebody feels about something? You know, if a woman if a woman says she likes a 6'5" tall dude with dreads, a thick beard, a six pack, and drives a Porsche, you know what I'm saying? What's the problem? Is she being shallow because that's her preference? You know, that's what, and I guess that's what he's trying to, say to her is that she's being shallow. You know, if a woman says I only date men that make, six figures, should I be upset? I mean, okay, keep it moving. I'm gonna voice my opinion. Something's wrong with her. Um, I just read what you just posted up, Char Willie, because I heard about something earlier about you waiting. She's gonna be a waiting ass, but whatever. It's something, man, came to my mind when you said that because I was just reading something about that. Something along the lines of because of someone's preference, they may be waiting. Oh yeah, I was talking to someone today, and this guy, and it's always the people who they feel it affects them. She's telling this woman's telling me today. She's like, this guy who doesn't happen to be attractive, but he's got money. He posts up a status today saying something along the lines of, "You women who are always looking for only care about a man's looks, you guys are gonna be waiting for." There's another one worrying about a woman's preference. If a woman wants to be with a nice looking man, what's the problem? If she wants to be with a dope dealer, if she wants to be a gangster, what's the problem? That's her life. Let her live her life. Anyway, this dude who she said isn't attractive was like, "You ladies got a problem out here. Y'all always going for a man that looks good. Y'all need to get y'all y'all need to worry about what's in a man's heart and how much money he make. I mean, a man that can financially take care of you. Y'all are too concerned with with looks." And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I think it's an abundance of women who only care about your money. You know what I mean? And he's saying basically, y'all women who worrying about a dude and his looks, y'all gonna be waiting for a long time. I'm like, who the hell? What the hell is he talking about? Like, dude, if you're self aware that you're not attractive, I mean, okay, but don't try to tell women that something's wrong with them because they're looking for a man that's attractive. It's just like telling a man something's wrong with you for looking for a woman that's attractive. You need to settle for this. Or the same shaming tactic that, you have some women who are like really overweight and they'll fix up they'll and matter of fact, get the likes up, if y'all don't mind. You know what I mean? If y'all still watching, if y'all still watching, you guys are obviously still in here. We got some people in here. If you're just now joining the chat, hit the like button. It's free. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't cost you anything. But you have some overweight women that will try to make men feel bad because they're not attracted to an overweight woman or a thick woman or a big boned woman, and saying that something's wrong with you or you're gay because you don't, want a fat woman. You know, she will fix up everything except for her weight. She will put on the hair hat, the makeup, and all of this, but the weight isn't being addressed. You I see stuff all the time like these on my Facebook, and there's someone for everyone, but don't make anybody feel bad because they're not attracted to what it is that you have going on. That's not your if a man doesn't prefer a big woman, just like if a woman doesn't prefer a fat man, that's just something. That's your preference. Don't try to shame someone because they're not attracted to your weight. or tell it, or say that they're gay, or say something along the lines of if a man doesn't like me, he doesn't like women, or if a woman doesn't like me, she doesn't like men. You got you got people out here saying stuff like this. You know what I mean? But when to shame someone because basically you're trying to hide everything else in the meantime. As I say before, a preference where you go in and you'll come out your mouth and say that you're slaying, you know, or you're doing this. I'm slaying, but everything about you is artificial, And as I look through social media and I see women who proclaim themselves to be attractive, especially black women, but everything about you is artificial European features that you've adapted. It's to me, it's just the stupidest thing ever. It's not true beauty at all. Everything on you is fake. Eyes, makeup, and the hair. You know, but there's a problem with preference will come into play with this. You know, I don't prefer a woman with weave. Is something wrong with me? And because I say something, I speak out against that. Is something wrong with me because I don't prefer a woman with weave? I don't prefer a woman with blue contacts in her eyes. You know, and all this other stuff. I don't prefer an overweight woman. Is something wrong with me? I don't prefer a skinny woman either. Is that reason to attack me? You know, but that's my preference. Everyone here, everyone watching this video, you have a preference. And nobody should tell you what it is. Not even the media should influence you to tell you who or what it is that you should be attracted to. And I know a lot of times, and I think with men and with media also, women tend to be attracted to men that other women are already attracted to. Just based upon that, what they will if a few of these people find this man attractive, then I'm gonna find him attractive because all these other women think he's attractive. If you're ashamed into getting with what you don't want, then they get with you and mistreat you. Will you stay? If you are shamed into getting with what you don't want, they get with you and mistreat you. Will you stay? Exactly. I think I was talking about that also. You get with them and they mistreat you. Are you gonna stay? I don't like weaves or overweight either. Don't like sassy, loud behavior. None of that. You shouldn't have to settle. I mean, there's compromising, but you shouldn't have to settle for something, just because society wants you to, or because there's a feminist movement telling you this, or saying this is what you do. This is what y'all do. Y'all caping. Like I did a video the other day on that Rubia Garcia. And I had a woman comment on my video and said I was caping for this white woman. I didn't understand that. And said that's all black men do is cape for white women to impress white women. I'm like, who? And I'm like, really? Caping for this woman? And I'm pretty sure she's got fans. I'm not saying she doesn't. But there's so many women out here, is black women. I mean, why? If you got a preference for a white woman, that's on you. But I'm pretty sure, for the most part, if you leave it, Ruby is a Caucasian with the Spanish name online. No, I know that's not her real name. I know she's a white woman. She just uses that name because she's into like Latin dancing, merengue, salsa. She's a teacher. She's a dance instructor. So that's why I guess she adopted that name for those purposes, excuse me, to do that. But if it comes to being that they are attracted to her, I'm pretty sure it's just as many black men that's under, other female media personalities and Instagram models. It's just as many black men that's commenting on. I'm talking about as far as black media personalities, black Facebook personalities, all of these social media personalities. There's just as many black men that's commenting, caping for them, all of this other stuff. But nobody will talk about that. They just happen to, point out this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, But there's been commenting just as many DMs because you got, women love to brag about how many men are sliding in the DMs or, private messaging them and stuff like that. So it's not like you're not getting attention. And any woman who says that she doesn't get attention from black men or black woman who says this, excuse me, it doesn't matter what you look like, who says that there's not men in your inbox, you're a liar. But we don't talk about that. But we'll say quick about a preference. He doesn't prefer black women. But you check your inbox, and for the childish women out here who will brag about how many people are in your inbox, it's clear to see. It's clear as day. You go into a nightclub, who's trying to talk to you? Who's trying to holler at you at the nightclubs? Is it a bunch of white men in the nightclubs trying to holler at you? Is it a bunch of Hispanic men in the nightclub trying to holler at you? I'm just saying, since there's, such an issue, there's no black men that want to date us. There's no black men that want to marry us. There's no black men that want to be with us. So are all these single mothers by is the baby daddies white men? And are most black women married to white men or Hispanic men who are married? I'm just asking a question. Maybe y'all can answer that. A large segment of black women hate white women while simultaneously emulating facts. Oh my goodness. While simultaneously emulating white women's physical appearance, but their sisters can't see their hypocrisy. They can't. And when you call it out, they'll deflect it and say, "Well, this is what black men want. They want blue eyes and blonde hair." And I always go back to the thing: if you stop wearing weaves and contacts and all this shit, do you think black men are just gonna stop talking to you all of a sudden because you're here? Dog, I can't mess with her, man. She took the weave out, bruh. I can't talk to her no more. You know what I'm saying? She wearing her hair natural. It's over. Now see, such and such, she got that lace front. I can deal with that, but I can't deal with old girl because she wearing her hair natural. This is stuff to make yourself feel better, and it's lies at the end of the day because you've never heard, I've never heard it. I've never heard a black man say that. I'm not going to talk to her anymore. I don't want to talk to her because she's wearing her natural hair. You're doing it either to impress another woman or you just too lazy to do your own hair. Just my thoughts. You can get mad all you want. What's happening, JJ? So I said this earlier also to another lady. There's no man that's really serious. A real serious man. You trying to get a man that's about his business and trying to establish something and build something. No man is going to take a woman serious that has all that crazy ass weave and contacts and shit. You know what I'm saying? On his arm. No man's going to take you serious. No professional man definitely ain't going to take you serious with all that stuff. Or you can tell, some of y'all can comment and say, well, my husband's professional and I wear all that shit. Yo, that's good, baby. That's good. I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Keep wearing your weave. But I know your hair is long under it, which is the biggest thing. My hair is long. I just like to wear this weave because it's a protective style. What are you protecting your hair from? Most women will make adjustments to impress men who are black women with wigs. Trying to impress white men. They're trying to impress each other. David Carroll and Chris Smith once said if white women were to make afro hair popular the next day, most women would follow suit. Yeah, but they would call out, just like they did with this Rubia Garcia for wearing micro braids. They'd call out, white women for cultural appropriation, for getting Bantu knots and all this other shit, but they're wearing all this hair that's not even indigenous to Africa. Yeah, I like a woman with her natural hair. I don't give a damn about a woman's hair as long as it ain't fucking on some crazy shit and it's kept up. If all white women did it, not one. It's if they did it, that would be the first thing. You are comparing assimilation. You said I'm comparing assimilation. Is that what's happening in the United States? Is that why you're wearing weaves? Because of assimilation? Because I don't understand what you're talking about. Is that the reason for weaves? Her hair was long, but now it's short. She said, I got it cut, but I don't see no hair on the floor. So, Kiki, you are saying that the reason why um, because black women are a minority in the United States, so that's why they're trying to look like Europeans because of assimilation. They're assimilating. So what about in Africa? They're assimilating also by bleaching their skin and getting weaves in Africa when they're the majority. Now, Africa, I understand, is a continent with numerous countries. What is it, over 200 countries or something like that? So it's predominantly black people in Africa, the dark continent. So are they assimilating in Africa, or are they just trying to be like Westerners? Are they assimilating with, because black people are, well, people of color as a whole are the majority in the world. They're not the minority. So are they just assimilating with Europeans? Expound, please. Why do women make a big deal about a man's preferences? Like she can have preferences. A woman, it's not the same rules with men and women. That's why. They can do this, they can do that, but men can't do the same thing. These women are wearing one hair type. They can't even bother to wear two hair wigs. Colonization. I understand. So are white people the majority in Africa right now? That's a good one, JJ. JJ Redwood said, why aren't black women assimilating when it comes to kids out of wedlock? They can wear braids in Africa to work. It's not a preference. What's not a preference? Wearing braids to Africa. I mean, there's a huge epidemic. I don't even know if you want to use that word, but there's a huge problem with skin whitening in Africa in weaves. You talking about braids? They still rocking weaves over there too. So if you're the dominant people, even though there is colonization in Africa, obviously, but if you're the majority, why are you adopting or assimilating with the minority? I'm trying to understand what it is that you're talking about. with your argument as far as assimilation, but I feel you. Yeah, I understand they're a minority and they control that. You know, Dark Man Jeff, what's up? But I mean, is the is are European features just that desirable and powerful that would make you want to change or alter yourself? What kills me is, like I said before, is when you say that you're slaying. You're saying that the term you're slayed, but you're slayed with European accessories. That's what I have a problem with. Men are different too. Some men like fit women and some don't. Some men like big breasts and some like small. Yeah, the people like what they like, but this is just the topic of the week. When this guy says this, it's the topic of the week. Africans and Christians countries have a pic of white Jesus everywhere. Africans in Christian countries have a pic of white Jesus everywhere. Now we trying to get off into something else instead of preferences. You talking about that's just stupidity. You know, that's just stupidity and lack of knowledge and all that other stuff. So, and maybe this stuff is too. She says I speak a lot of Spanish. There are some 3A lace wigs out there that most women would sew and go for 1 or 2A. You speaking all this stuff about wigs, I'm not that up to speed on, lace fronts and, all this weave tutorials and stuff. Yeah, Rihanna, how do you say her name? Rihanna's dating a white man, like you said, in Spain. Was it Spain or something? Portugal? Yeah, nobody's tripping off that. They saying she found love. So, take these keyboard ninjas seriously. They're telling you what you should choose, and they are not with anyone or have had a successful relationship. That goes for a lot of these people trying to tell people how to live their lives. Haven't had a successful relationship, not married, in their 40s and 50s, washed up. Braids, weaves, and lace fronts are destructive styles, not protective styles. Exactly. These weaved out. I gotta get Margot on here, man. I gotta get Margot on here one of these days. We gotta do a hangout, Margot. Let's cut the bullpucky and get this hangout going. These weaved out and wigged out sisters will all be completely bald by the time they're 60. The edges, go ahead and say adieu. Bid farewell to the edges with all that glue. What's that girl named Countess Vaughn from the Parkers? She put so much glue on her scalp or her all this is gone. That glue just ripped all her edges out. She's finished. I see it every day. With a whatever you call it, the lace front or the wig. It starts like right here. You can see it looks like a piece of rope. The front of it is like right here. And then there's patches where their edges used to be at right here. And it keeps going back more and more. It's like, damn, it's a cold world. So are you bilingual? What's up? No, I'm saying Africans are whitewashed. Oh man, Africans are whitewashed. Dark Man Jeff, I saw that it's funny how the tone changed. Otis Jones, the tone changed. Especially those whose personal lives are in shambles. Exactly. Yeah, man. I go out whenever I get my hair cut. Sometimes I'll just sit in the parking lot because right by my barbershop is a weave store. And you just see them with their I call them shower caps. You see them walking in and out of there with the shower caps on, and it's like back and forth, in and out. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get that appointment to get my installation, get it installed. It's a ball whirl. Damn. I call it a shower cap, Char Willie. You calling it a bonnet. I call it a shower cap. Let's just call it what it is. That's like permissible everywhere. You know, Walmart, you can go in restaurants with that thing on. You go to a gas station, they got them shower caps on, working behind the counter, ringing you up. WE is sporting the weave lace. Yeah, it was a woman, what was she doing? The long jump? Whatever you call it. She was doing the long jump. Her wig flew off her head the other day. I think she was Nigerian or something like that. It's that serious, man. You got to look good at all times with this stuff. She ain't had it down. She went to do the long jump. That thing, when she landed and her head bucked back like this, that shit flew off. She looked around, got it. She walked off, put it back on her head, and walked off. I mean, y'all. I don't have the video, but y'all can watch the video. It just recently happened. She did like a long jump, and it flew the hell off her head. I'm like, damn, man, this shit is crazy. What's wrong with your own hair? You know what I mean? What is wrong with your own hair? If y'all on the computer, y'all can look it up. You know, Nigerian long jump loses wig or something like that. What's happening, Sherelle? Go ahead and get the likes up if y'all just now joining the video. It helps promote the video. You know, and things of that nature. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. If you don't want to like the video, at least share the video. It helps out as well. You know, and the super chat's always there as well. But you know, hey, sure, I can honestly say that I've never dated a black woman that rocks weed regularly. My ex was from Ghana. I like to learn about Africa and the diaspora. I hear you. Yeah, Tyra Banks, that's another one. Wendy, I don't think that she's ever seen her real hair before. You know what I'm saying? Wendy Williams. Yeah, Tyra Banks and all them. Yeah, that they go way back with those wigs. But yeah, that glue shit. I mean, what I don't get is why would you think that putting something on your scalp like that it would make sense? And let's just go back to the perm and all this other stuff. You're literally putting acid on your scalp. You can't even put that stuff on your skin like this. You can't rub it on your skin. So why would you let somebody put some stuff like that on your head? You know, that's beyond me. And that's what they said, you know, a lot of that stuff leads to fibroids in black women. There's all these damn perms and shit. See, that mess is taking out. Yeah, they know it's taking out their hair. Leaving these wigs on, mildew growing under it. You know what I'm saying? They take it off. All that funk. Wendy has type 3 hair that is thin. Y'all know better than I do, man. I would have to mute myself. I'm still laughing at. Damn, Char Willie, was that funny? Shit. You haven't watched the video then. Maybe you need to go watch that video. If you laughing just by me telling you, you know, and I'm not a funny dude at all. If you laughing just by me saying that, you need to watch that video. Because she picked the wig off so nonchalantly and just kept walking. Dark, Jeff, you tend to attract white women? I feel you. So you say it's because where I hang out, I just go where I'm wanted? Where is that you go? Where is that you go at, man? Yeah, I hear you, man. And you may have that what do they call it? The non-threatening Negro. You may give off that vibe, so that's probably why you attract them. You know what I'm saying? She said I'm killing it tonight. Not at all, baby. I appreciate it though. But yeah, you may be that non-threatening Negro, man, that they may be attracted to. And especially if you know like a few rock songs. I think Ari Spears did a clip on that where Jesse's Girl, is that what the song's called? If you know that Jesse's Girl, man, you in there. You play that, you pull up to whatever bar you go into, you know, bumping that, you know, and not saying you got a Corolla, but bump that, you know, pulling up in the Corolla. You Gucci. She said, I don't perm, but I wore wigs in college. I hear you. So you on the go. You gotta do something quick. What tone? I have a monotone voice. It's like that was that clear eye, dry eye. I forgot the dude's name. That Jewish guy, the Visine commercial, whatever. I have a very monotone voice. I just watched it. The crazy part is if you try to help these women grow their hair, they will get angry with you. Facts. He said, I be in Mount Pleasant. I hear you. Nose running and glasses off, Char Willie. Don't tell me you snorting too, man, because I met a dude that was 40-something years old. Whenever I would say some shit, some funny shit, he would laugh so hard he would snort. I was like, people still do that? You know, your nose is running. Go ahead and watch the video then, Char Willie. Damn, I mean. That man said, I'm dark skinned and look like Biggie with a beard. What Biggie say? He say, black and ugly as ever. I'm not saying that's you, but Biggie said, this is what Biggie said. Black and ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the socks. Y'all still talking about type 3 wigs and all this stuff, man? And y'all talking about what Wendy wearing? Wendy is a man. He said, I do have some alternative albums in the iPod. Well, make sure you download Jesse's Girl tonight, and you'll be a winner. I've never dated a white woman. I've never gotten a white woman's number. I've never even so I couldn't tell you. I just get that off that skit that he did, that bit he did about, you know, you get you what is it, some Coors Light and play some Jesse's Girl, and you know the lyrics, shit you in there. That song by Journey, Don't Stop Believing. Was it Believing? Don't Stop Believing? Yeah, by Journey. Breaking news, Negroes. 5 shot in the south side of Chicago, or did that say West? I have tears in my eyes. Damn. Yeah, I mean, she says, I understand that some black people don't fit in with other black people. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think somebody did a video on that, like, I think it was O'Shea did a video about a tech geek. He's a black tech geek. He's like one of the biggest YouTubers, but the way he talks, you know, in his speech, even though he's a very intelligent black man, and he may be attracted to black women aren't attracted to him just based off of the way that he talks and the fact that he's a tech geek. So he may feel like he doesn't fit in, you know, just based upon that, and they might look at him as automatically being corny just because of the way he talks. She said no snorting. This chat is funny as hell. Damn. Also, the majority of my close friends date outside the race, so guilty by association. Whatever makes you happy, man. That's what I always say. Just don't mess up the money. Whatever makes you happy, man. Whatever makes anybody happy. Yeah, Wendy Williams is a man. Nah, you gotta play that Journey, Don't Stop Believing. I mean, that one will work, and like I said, that Jesse's Girl, and you in there. Because if your hair is kinky, why would you get bone straight 30-inch hair? Wendy Williams is a man. Yeah, I know that song, man, because I like that. What's the dude's name? The main. I listened to a few I don't know if it's called alternative. I like excuse me, adjusting my nose ring. I like Queen. I like what's the name? Creed. 3 Doors Down. You know, I don't know. I know a few songs, you know, here and there. That what's that group? Kings of Leon? Is that the name of them? I know. You know, I know a few songs and shit. You know, here and there. My boys. Reason why I know that Don't Stop Believing, because I like, what's his name? Not Steve Tyler. That's the other dude. The lead singer for Journey. I forgot his name. But he can sing, and he's a white guy. And I don't. He's one of the few white guys I said that dude can sing. I forgot it. I think it's Steve Carroll. Is it Steve Carroll? I think that's his name for Journey. That dude can sing. Yeah, I meant to check out that R. King. I meant to check out that Judge Mathis thing on Wendy Williams. He said, "No jokes. Are you for real? Wendy Williams is a man. You sure you ain't confusing her with RuPaul? I don't know what Wendy Williams got between her legs. I'm just telling you, she's a man. I think that's hard rock. Kings of Leon is alternative. Yeah, I don't know that type of stuff. Steely Dan. I don't know what the hell you talking about. 154 Angel. Who you like? No, never. Who you like? Steve Perry. Is that Steve Perry? That's his name. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, Steve Perry. Yeah, Margot, we gotta do. Damn, it's almost been an hour. Shit. I just know I won't date Wendy Williams. Yeah, Wendy Williams is that's a man. I think I've said that a few times already. Steely Dan. I don't think I said Steely Dan though. I've never heard of Steely Dan. I said Creed. Creed, Three Doors Down, Kings of Leon, that Journey, Queen. Um, I think that's about it. It's in this. I don't listen to radio or none of that, so I don't really know new stuff. This is like stuff that I would listen to. That I would have, and I could really mess with that. Yeah, I don't know about y'all. A lot of people be talking about this Cynthia G. I really don't look at. I don't watch her stuff. I don't. Yeah, all this, all this like subgenres and stuff like that. I don't know what you call what alternative. Classic rock. I don't know the categories of all that stuff. I just know when I listen to it, I know I'm like, okay, I like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I bet they did call you lame if you listened to alternative rock back in high school, for real. You know what I'm saying? I listened to it and I'm 34. I listened to it um in my early 20s. I guess that's when I started listening to, because all I listened to was hip hop and R&B. Then when I got in the military, I started getting into all that stuff. All that I think I heard, was it Kryptonite? Is that Three Doors Down? Yeah. I heard that like when I was in basic training. I was like, this shit sound pretty good. It's to Disturb and Godsmack ever so often. Yeah, I don't know about that Disturb and Godsmack and all that stuff. Stone Temple Pilots, I think that was a song I liked by them. Um, I'm talking all this rock shit. We talking about damn. You talking about damn. Let me get back on topic. We talking about music, but anyway, that I guess that correlates with this subject, because if that's my preference in music, just like Dark Man Jeff was saying, if that's his preference in music, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? If he likes this, if he likes rock music, alternative and stuff like that, if he likes that, what's the problem? If you don't like it, that's cool too. But if we're fired up over a 19-year-old's opinion, Kodak Black, who just got out of jail, who doesn't affect you at the end of the day, and if you're fired up about Jesse Williams and you don't know the story between him and his wife, but you know that even though all of these, you were caping for this man, all these outstanding things that he said, and big up black women, and all of this stuff, but all of a sudden, because he's dating a white woman, you know there's an issue, then we need to really examine ourselves and ask, do we want people telling us what we should and shouldn't be liking? Like he was saying, and he said, I'm tired of Kodak Black was like, I'm tired of y'all attacking me in my comments. I can say whatever the hell I want to say. I'm getting sick of this. And I'm pretty sure they were going at him, you know, talking cash money. And I guess he just couldn't take it and shut his account down. What's a dog fake weed claiming to be pro-black when she's a staunch feminist implicitly? He said implicitly. That's what's up. But yeah, guys, this has been a damn. This shit went by quick. This has been a heck of a hangout. I appreciate you guys tuning in. You know, once again, if you haven't liked the video, make sure you guys hit the hit the like button. If you can't like the video, make sure you guys share the video. You know, what's up, man? If you don't want to share the video or like the video, hit the super chat. You're always welcome to do all that good stuff. It's been great. Like I said, I apologize. I meant to do this last night, but I had got caught up in some other stuff. So make sure you guys, you know, if you haven't subbed. Oh, that's the video, Char Willie, of the weave. That's another. I guess that's what you put up, Char Willie, of the woman with the weave flying off. Oh, the wig video. If y'all want to watch the wig video I was telling y'all about the Nigerian woman or with the long jump or whatever you want to call it, I guess Char Willie put it up in the chat. Y'all can check that out. For those of you who are watching this later after this that aren't on here live, you guys can just type in Nigerian long jump weave or something like that in in YouTube, or I'll probably put it in the description where you guys can watch it along with that. And you know, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Like I said, make sure you like the video. If you don't care about liking it, make sure you share it, you know, super chat it, all that good stuff. If you got any topics you'd like me to discuss, make sure you guys email it to me, or any questions, you know, email me those as well. Add me on social media. The links is in the description, Instagram and Facebook. If you haven't purchased my books yet, what are you waiting on? You know, for the price of a junior bacon cheeseburger or some Checkers rally fries. Well, regular price, large Checkers rally fries. But, you know, the book can be yours tonight, either one of them, you know. If you're trying to lose weight, or if you just want to hear my incredible story, it's there for you guys to check it out. You know, pick a copy of that up. And, you know, remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. Vision without action is merely a dream. And peace and blessings of the Almighty be upon you. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next video or next live stream or next chat or whatever. And, you know, I need to do the rest, OG. Yeah, Puppeteering with Heartstrings Part 2 is, I actually want to start writing it this week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I went to Checkers this afternoon, man. I feel like a super fat boy. I had a chili dog, and I had a large fry, and I had whatever that burger is that got fries on it. I had that shit. Oh, I was on my fat boy stuff, but it fits in my macros. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? It fits in my macros. So anyway, peace be upon you all in the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. I'll see you guys later. So you guys enjoy your night. I'm out of here.